Welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie and welcome. I was going to say, I'm Sue and I'm an alcoholic. Oh my gosh. I'm Susie and today I want to talk to you about water changing my pond. Holy cow. This was a lot harder than I thought. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I have not done this kind of water change on my pond since I had it. And Susie, and today I better turn that down. Whew. Okay. So I took some video footage of before, during, and after, and my trials and tribulations. So I just did water paint. Oh, that's awesome. Hey guys. I don't see the chat, but I have it on my phone. Not sure why I don't see the chat. Oh, there you are. Hey. Awesome, awesome. So, hey Lori. So the first thing I want to do is take you to the video, and I'll probably stop it here and there because I tried editing it. And if you stick around to the end, I'll explain why I couldn't put a video together. But right now, let me show you this video. And hopefully, okay, this is what the pond looked like before I did my water change. I could barely see one layer of the pond. Well, of course, I'm holding off to pressure washer it. I didn't think I could do it without John, so
I don't mind.
I held off and held off. I gotta hold this up. And finally, it was yesterday. It's kind of warm out too. I thought, let me just do it. And even if I get it drained and ready for pressure washing when he gets home, that'll be fine. So let me show you some of the other things I have. Hey, Candy. Oh, they just found Gina. Escapee from the pond. But she couldn't get out of the yard. So this is what the pond looked like after I drained it. But my granddaughter does like to play in this end. I want to make sure. Look at this. It was, all the rocks were covered in algae. I have drained all the way down. There's probably about 18 inches there. Probably, I gotta say, about 200 gallons. So as I was doing this, let's look at Gina. Because she was in the pond and she escaped. But thank goodness I have 2 enclosures around the pond and then around the yard, so she didn't get. Oh, Gina.
You get some worms.
So during this water change, she was very uncomfortable and tried to get out. And if you can see, oh my gosh, I love her. And I hope it doesn't go back to the beginning. Of course it will. Right here, all the rocks were very, very slippery. And Gina tried to get out and couldn't, so she kept falling. So I went into the pond, got her, pulled her out, and put her in another pond. I think that gave her a taste of she can go anywhere she wants. But anyway, back to my water change. Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh, look at everybody who's here. Hi. I figured it was okay to go live because I didn't see anybody scheduled. And I really wanted to show you guys this because I have never done this before. Hi, Susan. Oh. Inspirational. I love that. Look at everybody saying hi. Ah, Big City Bettas. Hey, hey. Okay, so back to my video. So I've started to drain the pond. And some of this has audio and some of it doesn't. So I actually this has already been cleaned out, scrubbed out, and ready to go. And that was so filled with yuck. Looks like it never came back. There are some rocks I would like to take out and move around. If you could see, I've got some rubber showing. And you know, I think you can't have any rubber showing. Fell down, but if I take an extra rock and just keep moving it around till it's look how thickly muddy. Let me see if I can grab that water is. This is how much I've got so far. A little out of breath because I am out of shape. I have flooded my yard. Took apart the filters, I have been putting fresh water in here as taking out old water for most of it, and using dechlorinator as I go. And now, since my jet stream isn't cleaning this, I think I'm going to get the power washer. Ay, ay, ay. Let's take a look. So, needless to say, I pulled out the power washer, and that thing is heavy. And I pulled it all the way around to the backyard. And then I Figured out how to connect all the hoses. I used an end, even though I didn't know it was the right end or not. And then I started, you got to pull the thing to get it going. And I'm pulling. I was going to be all proud of myself, power wash the pond while John was at work. And I kept pulling that thing, nothing. My arm was killing me. Then I decided to look in the gas tank. Yeah. Empty. So that was a huge fail. So now I was covered in mud, hot as can be, to no avail. So I decided to use the hose and just use this jet stream. So this is, I just started spraying down. It did absolutely nothing. I sprayed down, and I had to cut a lot of this out. But every rock, now keep in mind, this is a 2,000, it does now, 2,000 gallon pond that I drained it down to maybe 100 gallons left. Now, as you can see here, I started spraying with with hydrogen peroxide. I was hoping by spraying down with hydrogen peroxide, it would help and it wouldn't hurt the fish. So after I sprayed down every rock that was exposed, I let it sit out in the sun for a while until John came home, because I had texted him, can you bring home some gas? Please, please bring home some gas. Because I thought it'd be really zip, 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 zip. This took me all day. Yeah, and then I started rinsing off and rinsing off. Trying to utilize the pond water was not as easy as I thought. Oh. Another fail here. See this? I carried over this bucket to use it as pond water. It lasted 10 seconds, and it was like, it was just too heavy. And if I had maybe had a 20-foot hose, I would have been able to use the pond water to, spray the whole garden down, which how great would that have been? The hose was only about 10 foot long. So while I was in the center of the pond, I could only go like around the pond. There wasn't even like a hose where there was an end to it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I know what to do in the future to make it better. So let's see. So then I kept spraying it down and letting it soak all day until John got home. Well, guess what? John got home. He was working all day on the roof. He didn't see my text, so there was no gas. At this point, I was hot. I was tired. But I knew my fish weren't going to be able to live in this, 100, 200 gallons overnight. There was way too much bioload, in my opinion, for a 2,000 gallon pond, let alone draining 80, 90% of it. So I just kept going and kept going. Oop, I don't want to kick too far. So when he got home and he had said it, I just filled it. This is after about an 80% water change. Might even have been a 90% water change. Now it still kind of looked bubbles in it, but I'm hoping they're air bubbles. It still had bubbles in it. I was like, I couldn't see past one layer of rock still, and I kind of was a little upset when I went to bed. Although the fish looked happy. And both turtles were in there last night, so I don't know how Gina got out or why. Tomorrow, once it's settled down a bit. I might even put another enclosure around the pond after that. But oh my gosh. Let me show you what it looked like before and after and what it looks like now. Because I cannot even get over how gorgeous it was definitely worth it. Last night when I fell apart, I thought this is not worth it. They said it was going to be fun. Well, guess what? So this is the before picture. Can you see how muddy and murky? And look at it now. I can see every layer. I can see the koi hide underneath. I can see every single thing in this pond. And the rocks came out amazing. And that was just with hydrogen peroxide and sun. So definitely, definitely worth it. Oh my gosh. And everybody is so happy. And now I'm learning how to put lights. John got solar lights for the outside of the pond. Elizabeth from One Fish, Two Fish ROC, we got underwater lights that I'm going to be putting on. Whew. So I was so excited. So I just wanted to come on live to show you guys this massive pond water change because I've never done one before like this. Now keep in mind, the first year I had the pond, I did a 55-gallon water change every week because there was a leak in it somewhere. The second year, I fixed the leak because it was happening somewhere around the waterfall, but I didn't really, I just topped it off with evaporation. This time, as the water got low, I kept draining the muck and filling it with fresh water, putting dechlorinator and draining, filling, trying to keep a layers about 2-inch layer of muck on the bottom still, because my turtles need to get in there. So this year, it has never really cleared up. Now, granted, it's only been a couple weeks since it's been open, but it never cleared up, and I was getting very upset. So this water change has changed everything. I was like, wow. Couple things I'll do next time, a lot easier. On the end of the pump, I will use a hose, an actual garden hose, so I can put a one of the squirters on the end of it, and that'll also make it like 15, 20 feet or however long I get. I think that will help tremendously because I couldn't really walk away from the pump. So if you're wondering why, I don't know if I should say this. I'm going to say it anyway. Why I didn't want to do a video on it, because I got some amazing footage of every step of the way, but most of the camera was right behind me as I was on the bridge bent over. Not a flattering sight, let me tell you. So I thought, let me cut out all that stuff and just do a live. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to look through the chat really quick. Oh, hey, everybody. Oh, this is awesome for an impromptu one. Thank you, thank you. Did anybody have any questions? I got new fish, just put up a short video. I can't wait to see that. Oh my gosh. It's in the queue. It's in the queue. Look at this. Oh, well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. And if there are no questions on this water change, I got to say, now that it's over, it was so worth it. Absolutely worth it. And I want to thank every single solitary one of you who came out. And you know what I'm going to end with, right?
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.